Hey, Leslie here. Welcome. I've been kind of promising I would do something on my favorite fire starters. And so I'm going to work on that today. I have heard a lot about using gel wax instead of regular paraffin on my fire starters. Now, I love the paraffin. I also love the Vaseline. But I decided I'd try it. And I had a candle. And stay right there. I'll get it. I had this candle and I thought it was a gel candle. It looked like a gel candle. It was kind of clear orange with some fake pieces of peach in it. And so I melted it down and I tried it because I couldn't wait for my gel wax to come from Amazon. And it didn't do exactly what I expected. But since then, I actually did get some wax from Amazon, and it's rapidly cooling, so I need to see if I can use it. So this is the first time I've tried this. So let's see what we've got here, okay? All right. This is my gel wax. I've put some blue dye in it, and we're going to see how this works, okay? This is my absolute first try, and I'll tell you, it doesn't appear to be anything like the stuff that came out of my little jar. I'll tell you that right now. Now I'm going to try dunking one entirely in it. And so let's put my little cotton pad in here. These are my 25-cent tweezers. All right. Got that. That one's completely saturated, or so I think, with it. Now here is a cotton ball, and I won't entirely saturate the cotton ball. I will just do it about halfway. I've used blue dye in this just so I can tell these things apart. Okay, my camera's a little cockeyed. Let's see if I can fix that, all right? That's better. Okay. So now while these cool and harden, I'm going to try these other things, okay? I'll tell you, the gel wax is harder to melt. It doesn't melt real well on a double burner. I actually put it on low heat right on my hot plate. Now, okay, the things that I know about my fire starters. Now, this one, this one, this one. Okay. Sometimes I use a cotton ball that is half saturated in my wax. This one's a little different. Honestly, whatever this is that was in that purported to be gel candle is greasy. Okay? It never gets completely dry. So what I did was I took it and I dipped it in paraffin afterwards, just so that it wouldn't be so yucky. But this is, I love this, okay? This is a big piece of fat wood with a great big, not very neatly drilled into the end of it, ferrocerium rod from firesteel.com. Okay, I got this idea, although I'm sure many, many people do it, but the first person I saw do it was Survival on Purpose, and I saw this on Brian's channel, ran right out, ordered a big chunk of fat wood and the rod and did it. And like I said, well, it isn't very neat. It's okay, as David, Really Big Monkey, says, it ain't a beauty contest. All right. Now, I'm using a striker, like a lot of people do, that's made from a piece of high-speed steel. Just a lathe, a metal lathe bit. Somebody gave me a whole handful of these once, and I never had a use for them until now. Okay, so now we all know that cotton burns like crazy. Okay, oops. Come here, cotton, if I'll quit throwing it away. There it goes. But it doesn't burn very long. Boy, I love fire. Look at that. Okay, this little face pad also burns like crazy. Just plain cotton, okay? It burns a little longer because it's harder for it to get air. Okay, but there it is. Another lovely little fire. Okay, now this is what I've discovered. What I've discovered, basically, is that if I take my paraffin ball, quit, stubborn little fire, take my paraffin waxed cotton ball and I'll light it, okay, there it goes. The dry cotton on top takes right off. Now, if I took this and I pulled it out and fluffed it up, it would really do a lot better. But just like this, it pretty much burns most of the dry cotton and then goes out before it really gets the paraffin from here down going. A little bit of a problem. Okay. Like I said, it can be overcome by tearing that up. Alright, so we'll put that off to the side. Quit. Alright, now I have two other ways I do it. As you saw, I will dip it part way in the wax so that I have a dry cotton area on the edge. This is just paraffin. Or I dip them completely in the wax and saturate them. Now, some people say, just put it in, bring it out before it's all saturated. I've never been able to do that. My wax just soaks right through. So, this one, what I'll do is I'll take it, I'll fold it in half. This is really great. And I will fluff it up like that so that I can burn it that way. Now, what I'm going to do is... I should have shown you this first. Let me show you this. This is the fake, who knows what kind of wax it is. So nobody can recreate it. So these are one of a kind, all right? That one, it burns like the very devil. And it will keep right on burning. It will burn all the way around. This is a really flammable wax. Maybe it's because it's so greasy, but it will really, really take off. As you can see, that other one would have been out by now. This one's still going, and it's just going to accelerate. So, that works great. Now this one, let's try it. I haven't tried one of these yet. The ones that I put the orange wax underneath and the regular paraffin. If I can do this while I'm trying to watch this fire. The regular paraffin on top. It's embarrassing when you're on camera and you can't get your fire steel to strike sparks. So I haven't tried this one yet. I don't know what it's going to do. We'll see. It could be that the paraffin's going to snuff it out. You see, this one is just going like crazy. And this one, it looks like the paraffin on the outside. Wait a minute. It's finally gotten down to the actual orange wax there. It looks like it might take off. Okay, that's great. Mostly these are nasty to carry. I actually took one and put it in one. I had to like fold over the end a little bit. Put it in one of these little Ziploc dose pouches. Okay. All right, just a second. This one I think has gone long enough. You guys can see this is a heck of a fire starter. But we don't know what the wax is. And this one, I think, is going to do okay. Yep, it's taking off now. So I think that one's going to do fine. Again, it's this unknown orange wax. Don't know what it is. If I ever see any more like it, I guarantee I'm going to get some. All right. But it is messy. It's yucky. It basically makes a real mess, and it's kind of sticky and greasy and not that great. But, by golly, it burns. Okay? Now, what I normally do with these, the ones that are part plain, I take them, I bend them, I fluff them up so that they can get a spark more easily. Okay, I'm going to take this one. This is another one that I dipped in wax. Now, I didn't leave quite enough. Now, see, when I break the wax, it really kind of makes a mess, but hopefully we'll be able to get this one started too and see what it does. Generally, these burn pretty well, mostly because they can get air under them. All right, so I'm going to get these 3 started and we'll go from there. I think my gel stuff is doing okay over here. There we go. We got that one going. Got that one going. And let's see, this one doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of cotton there on the edge, but it looks like they're going to go nonetheless. Now, because these get a lot of air, when I bend them in half like this, they really keep going. This is kind of how I normally light my campfires. All right? So you can see those go great. And once this one gets past some of that paraffin and gets to the orange wax, burns like crazy. Okay, so those are 3 little experiments there. All right, now I'm going to show you what I do with these. Now, what I do with these, problem with these is all of them, if that little bit of cotton gets wet, they're not going to do a very good job, okay? I probably can still use them, but I'll show you how I'll still use them, okay? And you see those just burn like crazy. I wish I knew what this orange wax was, but like I said, it's pretty messy. Smoke. All right. So what I'm going to tell you about these, if I can breathe through the smoke, is these are at least waterproof. They're saturated. Get these over here so they're not smoking my eyes, all right? This one's going to. There you go. Whew. Okay. The way I use these is I take them, I bend them, and I tear them and pull them apart. Now, it's real important to slowly pull them apart, because what's going to happen, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you see that fluffy edge. That fluffy edge will take a spark. Also, I bend them just like I did before. And I'm going to try both of these. This one, you can see how soft and greasy it is. It doesn't even really want to pull apart, but there it is. Got that one. And I will try a piece of this one that I covered in paraffin, which is not a very successful thing to do. Hey, you know, it just ends up being another one of these greasy orange pads, so I'm just going to set it aside. I don't think that proved a whole heck of a lot. Okay, but you see, I've got these fluffed out. Oops, slippery and greasy. Got these fluffed out. Now, they're waterproof because they're completely saturated with wax. But come here, rascal. That stuff burns like crazy. So, as you can see, these, as I said, just burn like crazy. And I think part of it is that I fold them up so that lots of air gets under them, okay? So that's a way you can take it and have it waterproof and still be able to take a spark from a ferrocerium rod. All right, now, we've got these things. I have no idea what they're going to do because you saw me just make the first ones I've ever made, okay? Let's put these out. I should put a fan in here. All right. Let's get those out of there. So you can see, you can use a waterproof one and still get it going. I usually carry a little waterproof tinder box, and I usually have both types in there. Okay, now, I have no idea what these are going to do because I've never tried them before. It's gelled already, but it's kind of squishy. have no idea what that's going to do, but let's give it a fair chance by opening up the cotton a little bit. And let's see. Like I said, you're in this with me. I have no idea what these are going to do or how long they're going to burn. I don't think that this material soaks into the cotton quite as much, so there may not be as much accelerant on the actual cotton ball as with the paraffin pads, but we're going to see what they do anyway. Because these, I really tried to give these a good soaking, and they're thinner, so they may do a better job. But you can see it's all jelly, but that's cool. It's not warm. That's the way it's going to be. We'll see what it does. Well, this is doing all right. It's burning like crazy. I think you can get a fire started with that. Better than the paraffin soaked one. Now, if you take that paraffin soaked one and you flip it up on its side and kind of mess around with it, it'll burn. And once it finally gets started, it does a good job of starting a fire. But you just have to kind of mess with it a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this out. I think my house upstairs is going to smell like burned paraffin and cotton. All right. Going to move that one. That did a pretty good job. Now, only problem with these is they're so soft. I don't know if they're going to hold shape when I try to bend them. So I don't know what they're going to do. We'll give it a try and we'll see. I am going to give it a little, you know, it may be something that you have to kind of prop up. We'll see what it's going to do. I'm accustomed, as I said, I'm accustomed to having them sitting up. I've got a feeling it's going to go out this way, but we'll see. Without being able to get any air under it. Of course, if you're starting a fire, there's always something you can prop it up on. See what that's going to do. It looks like it's going to keep burning. I wonder what it'll do if I set it up on edge. Oh yeah. That's really burning. Okay. And again, I can tell by looking at it that it didn't sink anywhere near as deeply into the cotton as the paraffin does. And that might be a really good thing. Okay. So that one did fine. Now, let's see if it's possible to tear this one open and have it work. Now, I didn't take the time to dip them in water and things like that. Maybe we'll try that another time, but not today. All right. I'm going to take this. Oops, I do see a spot where I completely missed there. Getting the wax on it. And we'll tear it over here. It's not that easy to tear. I tell you what, this gel wax is tough stuff. It's hard to even stick a knife in the jar when you're trying to get it out. So, okay, but there it is. I did tear it open. It's a little bit of an effort. This may be the way to do it, because this way, I think maybe I can make it sit up a little bit. We'll see. Okay, maybe not. We'll see. All right, let's see what happens now. Going to turn this around so it's easier for you to see it. There it is. Okay, well, that's going. I'm definitely going to have to use these more before I make a real decision on which of these waxes is my favorite. The orange burns like crazy. Can't get any more of it. Don't know what it is. And it's nasty. It's just greasy and just gets everywhere. This seems to do a good job, but it's expensive. I've got lots of waste paraffin and beeswax and that sort of thing. This does a good job. Okay, that's it for today, I think. Thank you for coming and taking a look. I appreciate it. And as I said before, if you haven't checked out Survival on Purpose's channel, You know, that was a great idea. Like I said, I'm not sure he's the first one who ever thought of it. Probably not, but I've made a lot of little ones with fat wood handles that have really been great. All right. Well, thank you for coming back to us here in East Tennessee. It's been a pleasure. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Just leave me a like if you do. I like connecting with people because every time somebody subscribes to my channel, it's somebody that's interested in the same thing I am. Therefore, suddenly I have found a channel for me to look at that gives me all kinds of ideas. And one of the next things I'm going to do is I'm going to, I got a hammock today. It was pretty cheap from Amazon. I can't even remember what the brand is. It's just a plain camping hammock, but it came with tree straps. And surprisingly enough, when I got it, I haven't pulled it out of the bag yet, but I'm pretty sure there are no instructions. But I'm really resisting pulling this out and getting it all covered in sawdust in my shop, because I want to take it outside and actually hang it and let you see that video. So that'll be fun. Okay, this is my first hammock. I've never had one before, so I'll be learning. Okay, been a pleasure having you here. Come back anytime. I got lots of ideas. I am actually, wait a minute. I've got something I want to show you. I am going to do a build along with this at some point really soon. Don't know how well you can see it. Let me get another light on here. Okay. This is going to be my version of the lightning strike. I've got two of them. I'm going to go ahead and build one of them, a smaller one. This is the larger one. Once I have the smaller one built, so I can knock the bugs out of it, then I'll show you how I build this one. Okay, basically it's just, you know, copper plumbing fittings. You'll see. Thank you for watching. You stay tuned for that one. Probably going to be a week or two before I do it, but I'm pretty excited about it. I think I've thought through all the problems on it. So, thank you again for tuning in, and y'all come back. Bye-bye.